Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model for an Uber, Lyft or taxi business idea. And today we have an interesting story we need to build as a sensitivity analysis block. So if you look at our current model, if you look at our current financials, so this is the result of this or that scenario that we've built. But this scenario is static. So we need to know how stable this or that scenario. So let's assume that we've put all our inputs, revenues, costs, investment, everything. And then we look at these financials: simple, discounted payback period, amount of money needed, net present value, internal rate of return, and think that, oh, we have a very attractive financial efficiency. But this table may tell you a lie, because this picture may not be stable. And we need to test, for example, if something will happen with revenues or expenses, what will happen with net present value of this current scenario, or what will happen with internal rate of return if some inputs will increase or decrease. And today we will be building an environment, it is called sensitivity analysis, where we will be able to see how stable this or that scenario is. So like, share, subscribe, guys. You may also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I finish this model, I will give you all the links on all the tutorials in the description of this video as well. So you may watch all tutorials one by one, absolutely free. So first of all, let's briefly run through what we did before. So we have 5 cars in our fleet. So we have different types of trips. We have mileage per trip, duration of the trip, revenue per trip. We can switch on and off different trips from calculations. We have local and global coefficients for mileage, duration, revenues. Then we are moving to building the portrait of the typical week. We are moving from Monday to Sunday and specifying how many trips per day we make. Then we add local coefficient. We can switch on and off different trips for calculation for the specific day. Then so this is Tuesday, when inside the then we have a environment where we can switch on and off different days inside the typical week from calculations. We can increase or decrease the amount of trips. We can set up the limits for daily mileage, for the daily duration of the car being online. Then we are setting up the speed of reaching the target revenues from the moment when we start operating activity. Then we are moving to the car parameters. So this is the mileage when the car, we assume that the car is getting old and we are selling it. This is the price of a new car. This is the price of an old car with this amount of mileage on the odometer. This is the down payment for the lease. This is the interest rate. This is the term of lease. Then we have the dealership maintenance costs. So this is the mileage on the odometer. These are the dealership costs. These are parts costs. This is the month of operating activity. These are the parts costs. We have coefficients to play with all these expenses for dealership maintenance and for parts costs. Then we have the investment plan. So here we specify what we are investing in, when we are investing in, and how much we are investing in before the car starts its operating activity. Then we are talking about fixed costs. Inside the typical year, we can switch them on and off. We have global and local coefficients for this type of expense. Then we move to gasoline expenses, commissions to Uber or Lyft, payroll for the drivers. Then we consolidate all the inflows and outflows. Here we specify what will be the first year of our financial projections, and here we can give the names for our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. We can switch them on and off from calculations. We can set up when each car starts its operating activity and what type of funding we're using for each car separately. Then we can see the financial result. Here we have the list of coefficients that we are able to play with. We can see the simple and discounted payback period of the current scenario. Here we can see the revenues, costs, profit and profitability for the current scenario. Then here we can see the switcher for management company, and here is management company payroll, management company fixed costs, management company investment plan. Then all this story. Then we are adding a global loan. It can be linked to the management company, or it can be it can have an independent story. We can specify the amount of loan, interest rate, term of loan, grace period for principal payments and interest payments. Then we specify when we get this loan, if it is a separate story and it is not linked to the management company. Then we specify the tax rates. Then we have the cash flow statement. Here we calculate the amount of financing needed. And now we need to create sensitivity analysis block. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to save a copy of our file, and we need to select here Excel macro enabled workbook. So now let's create a new tab. Let's call it Sense, like sensitivity analysis. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to go up and we need to put these financials on this here. the next step, we need to add a coefficient for scenario analysis. So the basic value of this coefficient will be 1. This coefficient will be added to different revenues or expenses parameters that you would like to look at and see how this or that parameter affects the financial efficiency. So we will be adding this parameter, for example, to this cell, or for example to this cell, to this cell, or to this or this, any cell of revenues or expenses, and we will be testing how this financial efficiency will be looking if we increase or decrease this parameter. Then the step of changing of parameters. So the basic step will be 10%. So this will be the input. So we are coloring this cell with blue. Now we need to create the table for sensitivity analysis. So this will be the increase of parameter, and this will be decrease of parameter. So if this value minus this value will be less than 0, we will put 0, otherwise we will put this expression. So this is the parameter. So here I will put all the list of parameters, of financial efficiency parameters. Here I will be pasting the formats. And now let's do the magic. So what I will do now, I will go to View, Macro, record a macro, and name this macro Sense. Shortcut will be, for example, Ctrl+Q. Description will be sensitivity analysis. So what I will do now, I will place here 70%, copy these values, So now in this case, now let's pick the basic value, the base value of this coefficient. So now we can see that these values here are the same. This because of that we didn't link this coefficient to any input. Let me just stop recording the macro. So if I press delete and go here, macro, view macro, we will see here sense. We'll press run. So now we can see our macro executed. So now we need to, for example, what we can do, we can add these macro, for example, to the revenues. So we can do here, for example, press equals and multiply and add this parameter. So now we can see that the sensitivity analysis parameter is added to all revenues. Now we can go back. We can just use percentage format, and now we can press Ctrl Q, or we can go to view macro, run, and we will see how our project will look like if we increase or decrease the revenues on 10%, 20, 30, if we decrease the revenues on 10, 20, 30%. So now let's do it, and I will show you what will be the results. So now we can see how our financial efficiency is breathing, let's say so. So we can even create some diagram, for example, insert. We can build some diagrams for sensitivity analysis. I won't do that at this moment. So for example, we can increase this tab. We can see how the numbers are changed here. We can delete these numbers. We can also, for example, go to developer and insert a button, put it here, assign a macro for that, press OK. We can name it sense, and press it, and we will see what will happen with our sensitivity analysis tab. And now what we can do, we can, for example, detach this macro from the cell, and for example we can go here and assign this macro to another parameter of inputs, and we can go to our model and assign this parameter to any input, any, and we can add this parameter, go back to sensitivity analysis. We can delete this or not, we can avoid deleting. The Excel will do it anyway. Now let's press and sense. For example, we can increase this tab. So now we can, for example, detach this story from here and put this parameter to any input inside our model. So, and then we will be able to see, looking at these values. So for example, if we increase the commission, if the amount of commission will increase on 90%, we will get negative net present value. So we can test our business idea. So, and you will learn a lot about your future business. So usually future business owners spend a lot of time building different scenarios and testing them inside sensitivity analysis. So that's why I decided to show you how you can build this block for financials. So give us a like, share, subscribe. I will give you can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I finish this model, I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well. So thank you guys for watching. See you next videos. Thank you and bye.